fine.
Should we centre a bit, Peter?
Oops. What?
Move across a bit.
Yeah. Good one.
Yeah, move one over. So the
One over.
trophies in the middle.
This is the man in the middle.
Dima. All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the post-fight press conference. I'm joined by Maira Brieža and Moses Chief Boxing Officer Peter Sauerland and Rival Seps, Maira's manager. Kalle, what a night of boxing. Could you talk a bit about both of the semi-finals tonight?
First of all, thank you for the great turnout on media and the great support during Fight Week. Without the media, this wouldn't be half the show, so thank you very much. Thank you to the athletes tonight. We saw great boxing. We saw, and I'll start with the Glovacki fight. We saw a tactical fight from Tabiti. I had him up after 4 rounds, 3-1. Then came the clash of heads, the accidental headbutt. It was ruled. I haven't seen the replay. It was a bad cut, but it seemed to turn Dorticos much more aggressive after the cut. Came forward more and more. Started to land that right hand. Looked a bit slow in the first rounds, but then he really turned it on, and Briedis was one of the biggest punchers in the game, together with the other finalists. We'll come to Maira's in a minute. But sensational finish, and obviously actually neither fighter, both were on the way to hospital, so they can't be here. The sign of a true war, and wish them all the best, and looking forward to seeing Dorticos in the final. Moving to the second fight, yeah, it was a crazy one. It was short, it was wild, and it was brutal. I mean, the end of the end of the round, it kept on going, and I don't think it was any. The atmosphere was so explosive. It was a football match atmosphere, an English football match atmosphere, incredible cauldron of noise. I was sitting 3 meters from the belt. I must say I heard the bell, but it's always different for the fighters to hear the bell, and it's the referee's job then also to stop the fighters from boxing and go between the fighters, because the fighters are not concentrating on the bell. They fight until they're told to stop. And they weren't told to stop, and they continued, and they, I think, had a 3-minute 20 round. So it was very wild, but Maira's landed some excellent shots, and in the break there was no recovery. Glovacki showed a lot of heart, threw a couple of actually decent shots at Maira's at the beginning of the round, and then the counter punching came in, lefts and rights, and the accuracy of Maira Brieža is unbelievable. And we saw, I know that the last 2 fights he hasn't been perfect, but tonight he was very much back. He was very much back to his best, and for me shows why we're going to have an amazing final between two of the greatest cruiserweights for me since many years, and looking very forward to it.
Maris, you're in the final now, fighting for the Muhammad Ali trophy. You fought an incredible fight tonight. How do you feel right now?
Visu laiku man bija štāfiski. Kā es jūtos īstenībā tā kā sapnī. Es gan nevaru aptvert, kā tas sanāca. Laikam tas ir laikam pateicoties manai ģimenei, kas ir gan mājās, gan arī komandā. Tā ir īsta ģimene, kas atdod sevi visu, un es jūtu to, viņi dara to no sirds, no vislabākajās vēlēšanās. Jā, un es jūtos fantastiski īstenībā. Paldies manai komandai, kas ir Maira Brieža, Vasilis Černīgavs, Dmitrijs Šīholais, Raimonds Zepsi. Neesmu palaist jā, nu, tas ir, jā, un arī, protams, Gatvenam Dmitrijam Lučikam, paldies, kas vienmēr ir manī brauc no Maskavas šeit, rūpējās par manu sevi cīņas laikā. Bet, jā, mēs esam izdarījuši lielu darbu, kuru es nevaru vēl pagaidām aptvert un izteikt līdz galam vārdos. Paldies jums liels par atbalstu.
So, Maris was saying, I still feel like I'm dreaming. You can't quite grasp this feeling right now, but I'm happy how it turned out. And thanks first of all to my family who was supporting me all the way, all these months. Thanks to my team members, each one of them. They were happy, and I'm really very, very happy about how the things turned out.
And you're on to fight Neil Doricos now. How do you see this matchup in the final?
Par to domās mana komanda. Par to tagad domājam iesniegt domāt. Mēs tagad mazliet atpūtīsimies un sāksim atkal smagu darbu, kas ir priekšā mums 3 mēneši, ja ne vairāk. Un redzēsim, kur tas būs.
Doricos is someone my team will have to be thinking of, but currently we're not thinking about him. We'll take a small break, take a rest, and prepare for the upcoming camp, which in 3 or even more months, and we'll be ready for the final.
Thanks, Iris. Let's take a few questions.
Are you proud of what you did after the day?
Īstenībā, es paskatījos, es domāju, kāpēc to izdarīju. Bet tāpēc, ka tas bija izdarīts un speciāli, es biju noliecies, tā situācija bija, ka, principā, ja viņš būtu džentelmenis, viņš nesistu man pa pakaus tādā situācijā, kur es biju noliecies. Viņš ieslēdz Marko Buku, un es domāju, man kad arī ir mazliet kaut kas jābūt. No tās situācijas, tas vienīgais bija, ko es viņam varēju tā atbildēt.
I was bent down, and I didn't expect him to hit me in the back of my head. So when he did that, I just turned Marko Buku on and got back to him the way I felt. He turned Marko Buku on by doing it, and I answered by the only way I felt at that moment. I was able to answer.
But tas bija, īstenībā tas nebija stipri iesists vairāk. Tas bija tā, lai parādītu, ka nevajag boksēt netīri. Tas nebija stipri iesists.
I didn't actually punch him that hard. It was just to show that don't do dirty things in boxing.
Es domāju, tas man visu prasīja, kur tu biji. Es pat biju un pat trenējos Latvijā. Un īstenībā mums bija ļoti laba nometne, forša nometne. Un laikam tas bija kaut kādīgi pa freidi, tā uzrakstīts, neapzināti. To, ka kaut kad jau man pēdējās 2 cīņas bija ar traumām, un tagad, paldies Dievam, bija sadzījuši šīs traumas, un tad es varēju parādīt to, ko es parādīju.
So the question was about the posters in the city that stated that Briedis is back, the advertising posters for the fight, for the actually TV broadcast. And the journalist is asking where was Maira if he's back now, and I was just saying that yeah, it's funny that people were asking him the same thing during the handbook, like where is he? But he's just happy that after 2 not great fights from him battling with all the injuries, he could finally do a 100% camp and could be here out and perform his best.
Es nevarēju saprast īstenībā, vai tur ir gongs vai nav, bet visu atrisinē Rīga tiesības priekš tam ir. Jebkurā gadījumā, jā, es nevaru saprast, varbūt cilvēki zvana kaut ko, varbūt līdz galam tur pašas redzējāt, kā tur situācija bija, cik skaļi bija cilvēki. Īstenībā tad arī ar to gongu bija jāiesiet Rīgā mandalīs un jārā, tad ir pienācis laiks.
So the question was about the end of second round, about the bell. Did Maris hear it? And Maris is saying, I heard something, I wasn't really sure, and the judge, the referee never stopped the fight. And he told before the fight in the locker room that you obey only my commands, so he had to go on and he had to fight. Maris is saying that he couldn't understand, maybe someone was ringing a bell somewhere in the stands or whatever happened, so he just went on until the referee stopped the fight. And he's saying at the end that maybe someone, the person with the ring, had to go on the ring in the center and ring it, so that they would understand that the round is over. The question was, the first round was more of looking what the opponent is doing, and then you opened up in the second round. Was it something that was said to you during the rounds, or was it tactics? And Maris answered that it was tactics.
I'd like to ask two questions. I'll leave that to the governing bodies tomorrow to make a decision. You know, at the end of the day, the discussion was about referees and point judges, and we didn't leave it. That's all I'll say on that tonight.
All right, let's have a last question.
Īsumā pie tās domas sāku jau kaut kādu labu laiku atpakaļ. Es domāju, kaut kādīgi vajag tam skaisti būt, jo, sēžot divām, tas nebūtu jā. Mēs esam sarakstījušies oficiāli, jā, mēs esam precējušies aksmē, bet es uzskatu, ka no īstām apprecējas, kad es apprecējas baznīcā, un to mēs arī darīsim.
So the question was regarding the proposal. The journalist saying that Maris is already married, so what was behind the whole idea? And Maris said that we just signed the papers, we never really had a proper wedding, and I never did propose to her properly, so I wanted to do it for a longer time. I was thinking on how to do it, and I thought that just proposing it, sitting in a sofa wouldn't be so interesting, so this idea came in my mind, so yeah, I just did it.
Jā, es redzēju, mēs skatījāmies, kad es sildījām, mēs redzējām to momentu. Tur sanāca gan Tabitīs ir tā labo roku, gan arī Dortikus, to darījumu Dortikusam, kā mēs zinām, ir ļoti spēcīgs disciplīns. Ar finālu es tagad neko negribu runāt, tikai gribu atpūsties.
Yeah, I saw it. We were just warming up in the locker room, so I saw that Tabiti was trying to hit with a right, and Dortikus answered, and of course his punches are hard, so he managed to knock him off. But regarding the final, I just want to take a little rest and then think about it. Now I really don't feel like thinking about the final.
See you in the final.